Visuals coming in from LK Advani's residence, the Prime Minister meeting him, LK Advani and the President Droupadi Murmu conferring LK Advani with the highest civilian honour, the Bharat Ratna. The Prime Minister also paying a visit. The reason why this was felicitated primarily because of the ill health of LK Advani, who is well into his 90s, and today being conferred the Bharat Ratna there. It was an announcement which was made in February, if I'm not wrong, and today the President going to the residence of LK Advani to confer him India's top civilian honour. President Droupadi Murmu giving the Bharat Ratna to LK Advani, the country's highest civilian honour, on veteran politician and the stalwart of the Bharatiya Janata Party when it came down, LK Advani. Well, he's the man who could possibly be held responsible or given the credit for scripting the Bharatiya Janata Party's rise where it came down to the 90s. LK Advani, known as one of the tallest leaders of the BJP, scripted the party's rise from practical oblivion, 2 seats in Lok Sabha, to prominence. It was after his Rath Yatra in the 90s that the BJP was capitulated into national politics. I want to immediately cut across to Poulami Saha joining us on the phone line. Poulami, a special concession being made, the President herself, President Murmu, going to the residence of LK Advani to confer him the highest civilian honour.
That's right. Yesterday, as you know, Preeti, there was an investiture ceremony at the Rashtrapati Bhavan where the king of the other Bharat Ratna awardees were conferred with the highest civilian honour. That included the king of late Chaudhry Charan Singh. Jain Singh was there to collect the honour on his grandfather's behalf. The king of late Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, late agricultural economist M.S. Swaminathan as well. So as far as this gesture is concerned, this, of course, is a very special gesture which is being made at the moment because LK Advani, the former Deputy Prime Minister of the country, is ailing. He is not very well. He's 96 years old. So in a very special gesture, the President herself has reached the former, Deputy Prime Minister's residence, veteran BJP leader's residence, in order to confer the Bharat Ratna on him. It was, of course, announced very recently that, the Bharat Ratna would be conferred on these 5 eminent personalities by the government, and LK Advani was one of them. He, of course, is one of the co-founders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, has built the Bharatiya Janata Party from scratch. He, in fact, was Minister for Home Affairs. He was the Deputy Prime Minister of the country, as well as the Prime Ministerial face of the BJP in 2009. Like you said, it was his Rath Yatra which catapulted BJP into national politics as well. This is, of course, the BJP recognizing, the central government recognizing his contribution to nation building. Of course, the opposition was not very, for this gesture which was being bestowed upon LK Advani, but at a time they also took pot shots at the central government and the BJP, saying that LK Advani has been sidelined by the new generation of the Bharatiya Janata Party that came into prominence in 2014, being put in the Margdarshak Mandal, not being given his due, which he had, of course, hoped for at a time that he, of course, harbored ambitions to become the Prime Minister of the country. But the BJP, putting the spotlight back on LK Advani, saying that he continues to be one of the tallest leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, someone, like I said, who built the party from scratch when, of course, the Bharatiya Janata Party was co-founded by him. He, of course, is a member of the RSS as well. So a long sort of time spent in politics, and one of the most prominent faces of the BJP as well.
Well, you're right there, Poulami. If you hark back, the legacy of LK Advani is steeped in politics, Gaurav. To bring you in on this, right from 1970, where he started off his political journey, through Rajasthan, and he'd be possibly and arguably one of the men who've practically scripted the rise of the Bharatiya Janata Party from literally being in oblivion, a Lok Sabha seat party to where it stands today. And it possibly will rest on the early 90s on Advani's Rath Yatra.
One, it was his Rath Yatra. The Bharat Ratna also, notes the fact that Lal Krishna Advani, when he was Information and Broadcasting Minister, spoke of press freedom and brought the Press Freedom Act. What was actually remarkable with Lal Krishna Advani's rise is, as Information and Broadcasting Minister, he tried, as the BJP puts it, to bring the media out, as the BJP puts it, of the clutches of the left ecosystem. That was an effort that he did, both media and education. Point one. Point two, the Rath Yatra was absolutely a turning point. He, of course, was arrested in Samastipur by Lalu Prasad Yadav, and that actually catapulted both Lal Krishna Advani to a different league and Lalu Yadav to a different league altogether, and their rise. Then again, he was the BJP's prime ministerial face in the 2009 elections, because till 2004, 1999, the Kargil war, Lal Krishna Advani was seen as the Iron Man of India. He was seen as a very strong leader, strong on counter-terror operations. However, when he went to Pakistan, he made this Jinnah was secular kind of a statement, and that was, that really didn't go down well with the rank and file of the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. The prime ministerial face in 2009 elections, but by 2014, it was Narendra Modi all the way. Advani was seen as the hardliner, Vajpayee was seen as the softer face of the Bharatiya Janata Party, then Advani was seen as a softer face, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was seen as the hardliner. But then it was Advani who actually held Prime Minister Narendra Modi's hand after the Gujarat 2002 situation, after the riots, and that is where, when Vajpayee, according to BJP leaders, when Vajpayee was in favor of jettisoning Narendra Modi, Advani said nothing doing. So he put his hand on Narendra Modi's shoulder, and today, if you look at these pictures, Narendra Modi has conferred the Bharat Ratna on Lal Krishna Advani.
Well, it's coming full circle there. You can see those visuals coming in. The Prime Minister sitting right next to Lal Krishna Advani, well into his 90s. And I want to bring in Polumi again into this conversation. Those visuals coming in of President Murmu conferring, the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award, to Lal Krishna Advani. And Polumi, interesting because, the entire ceremony of the investiture taking place with the Vice President in attendance, the former Vice President Venkaiah Naidu, and also many top BJP leaders in attendance. Polumi, can you hear? All right, we don't have Polumi. We're going to try and connect to her in just a short while from now. But these visuals streaming in live, coming in from Lal Krishna Advani's residence, being conferred the highest civilian honor of Bharat Ratna. All of that in context as well, Gaurav, because at one point of time, especially after 2014, where the BJP founded the Marg Darshak Mandal, many like LK Advani thought, many thought were relegated to the sidelines and completely sidelined. But that also somewhere down the line, now that you see it, well into his 90s, being conferred the Bharat Ratna by the Prime Minister, all coming full circle.
Well, Lal Krishna Advani was born in 1927 in Karachi, now part of Pakistan, that time undivided India. He studied both in Hyderabad and in Mumbai, was a lawyer, then started off as a political activist. And you're absolutely right. You'd recall in 2013, in the run-up to the 2014 elections, it was late Manohar Parrikar, who was then Chief Minister of Goa. He'd said words to the effect of rancid pickle when he argued in favor of a generational shift in the Bharatiya Janata Party, and very strongly spoke up for Narendra Modi. Remember, Narendra Modi was also the key organizer of that Rath Yatra that Lal Krishna Advani undertook, all the way from Somnath to Ayodhya. And the motto at that point of time from every village, that they wanted to bring bricks and mud from every village for the construction of the Sri Ram temple at Ayodhya. That's actually come true only in 2024. That construction started earlier, but 2024 January is when the temple temple, the phase 1 of it, has actually been dedicated to the nation. So it's actually a huge journey, and perhaps Lalkrishna Advani would be very satisfied with the temple coming up, and of course Narendra Modi at the helm of affairs.
You know, there's something about politics, viewers, that is so very interesting, because you have these visuals there where LK Advani being conferred the highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna, while you have an RK Singh, the man who arrested him during his Rath Yatra, now a minister in Modi's cabinet. All of that coming in together. Interesting, just trivia there.